Hello students, this is grade 5 science lesson number 8 for week 4, and this is our new topic, the way we see things. So in this topic we are starting with light sources. In our everyday life, we use light, and this light comes from different sources. So what is a light source? A light source is an object that gives out light. Any object that produces light is called a light source. So we have two different kinds of light sources. So I'm going to talk about them later on. Here I have a picture, and on this picture there are different light sources. Some of them like this is a torch. This is a sun, lightning. So we have a television, have a phone, and this is a lamp, and this is fire. All of these are light sources. So as I said earlier on, that there are two kinds of light sources, which are natural and artificial light sources. So which are natural or artificial light sources? From these, which light sources are natural and which light sources are artificial? So kinds of light sources or groups of light sources. The first group is called natural light sources. So natural light sources, these are sources which are found in nature. These are natural sources which produce light on their own. They produce light because of the way they were created. Examples are sun. Sun is a natural light source. Stars, aurora, fire, and fireflies. So this picture is saying the same. It says natural sources are those which are not man-made. Yes, all these are not man-made. A man cannot make a sun, because a sun was created by God. Even the stars, even these fireflies, right? So this is a good example of an animal which produces light. So another groups of light sources is called a group of artificial light sources. So artificial light sources, these are light sources made by people. All these sources are man-made. They are made by people in their homes or in the industry. A good example, or let me say examples of artificial light sources are torch, street light, fire, bulbs, candle, lamps, electric light, and laser. So in this picture it's saying the same thing about the artificial light sources. He's saying these are man-made. They include candle, lamp, and matches. So these are man-made. Now, you should also know that there are some materials or some objects which look like as if they are producing light on their own, but they do not. And some call those materials as light sources. A good example is a moon. Many people think that moon produces light, which is false. Moon doesn't produce light, and it is not a light source, and it is not a star. Moon reflect light from the light source. So moon is one of the objects that do not produce light, but they reflect light from the light source. To reflect, it means to bend or to bounce off, bend back. That's it, bend back or bounce off from the light source. Other examples, we have glass or mirror, ice, water. So these are some of the examples, some of the objects that reflect light. So this is just the summary of light sources. As you can see, this side we have natural sources and this side we have natural sources. This is just a summary. I have already talked about this. So uses of light. Why do we need light? Do plants need light? So for us human beings and other animals, they need light to see things around us. So we need light to see things around us. Plants also need light as sunlight to make food. Plants don't use already made food, but they use food which they make on their own. So for them to make this kind of food, they need sunlight. And also sunlight is used to see very small things in microscope. For them to work properly, they need light. So that light helps us to see very small things like germs, bacteria, viruses. And also light is used in telescope to see things at a distance. For those who have ever used a telescope before, they understand this. Light is used in telescopes to see things at a distance. So finally, I have this homework for you, and you can use whatever you have, internet, books, journals, to answer these questions. And the question is about a laser light. Question 1 says, what is special about laser light? What is special about laser light? And question 2, who invented the laser? Who invented the laser? And question 3, what are lasers used for? What are lasers used for? So that marks the end of our lesson. Thank you very much for watching this.